friends, welcome back to Black Coffee and Grits. I'm trying something a little different. I thought I would bring you along on a finishing project. I am FFOing Babushka's Blossoms by Plum Street. I got this finished. It was such a fun stitch. Oh my goodness, can we talk about how many skeins of colonial copper there are in that one big giant pumpkin? At least almost two full skeins. One full skein for sure. Oh my gosh, it's so many stitches, but it was so fun and I loved how this came out, and I have the perfect finishing piece for this. It is this pumpkin that I picked up at an estate sale. Used to love to go to estate sales, and well, I still do. I just don't always make time to make it happen. So I'm in my messy kitchen. Don't judge the background. I'm looking at it myself going, what? Was this a good idea or not? It actually says on the back of this that it was handcrafted by Andy Berta. It's a stamp, but I can't fully read it. It's a little bit blurry, but I'm gonna put it in. Anyways, it's just a really fun, looks like antique barnwood shaped into a pumpkin. I just love it so much. I thought this was absolutely perfect for it. So I'm going to be finishing this on a piece of sticky board, basically using the Priscilla method. And I just got a piece of sticky board. I'm gonna cut it down to size. Actually, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what size I want to make this. I think I want a little more margin on to leave like a little bit more space around the top of the flowers than I do on the bottom. So I'm still trying to figure that out. And I'll probably edit this a bit to shorten it up so you're not just watching me fidget. But I am going to, lay this out before I do any cutting and just get it just so. And then I'm just going to hot glue it, I think. I know. Sometimes I lace, just depends. This is a really pretty piece, and it is linen, so I may change my mind here in a minute and decide to lace it. But anyway, stay tuned for the finished product. Okay, I know a lot of people have differing opinions about finishing and cutting and all the things, but I love my X-Acto knife. I used this in college for cutting design boards, and so I guess I'm just comfortable with it, even though it is a scary sharp knife. Do be careful if you decide to use one of these. I have a little teeny tiny cutting mat that I got from the dollar store. I have a big one too. When I'm just finishing one piece, I just didn't take the time to get the big one out. So I usually just score it a couple times, and I make sure that I have a really sharp blade, and I use this handy ruler that has a metal edge, so that helps me. And once I establish that groove, I get rid of it, and then I just cut in the groove. And it does take a few tries, and this probably needs a new blade. I feel like I hear myself saying, don't be lazy, go get a new blade. But I'm not doing it. Also, we got some heat going in this kitchen this morning. So we had false fall already. It was like in the 80s all 1 week. And I know you guys are probably thinking 80s, that still sounds really hot. But when we went from like 100 to 90 to 80 felt amazing. And so we've got another quote unquote cold front coming again. So it's gone like this a couple times. So it went back up to the 90s. Yuck. And it's in the 80s right now. Actually, it's 77. But I've got my back door open, and it's one of those days where I may have to turn the air back on. But started off feeling amazing this morning in the 70s this morning while I had breakfast and coffee and all that. So we'll see if I can talk and do all this stuff. That was maybe not my best edge right there. Let me see if I can straighten that out just a tiny bit. So what's everybody been doing? Are you enjoying fall? Have you been fall stitching? I can't wait to record my regular plain old floss tube for you. I've got a lot of finishes to show you, and we may prove that I cannot talk and craft at the same time. At least not cut. Okay, I do need a new blade on this. It's sticky from the sticky board. Okay, so I was just trying to decide if I want to just take the quick route and hot glue this, or if I want to lace it. I'm probably just gonna hot glue it. You know, you guys want to know something really funny? I think there's a spider on a piece of sticky board. Can you see that? Little tiny guy. I keep trying to dust it off. It's not coming off. It looks like a spider. It's kind of perfect for Halloween, huh? Oh, I do want to check the height. I cut down the sides to where I think I'm comfortable with it. I left a little bit more margin on the sides and the top, just because there's such a straight edge on the bottom of this pumpkin and the bottom of this piece particularly. So I just feel like it lends itself that direction. And I may need to iron this one more time because I didn't quite get all the lines out of it from the hoop. But trying to see if I'm happy with it. I think I am. Yeah, I gotta go iron one more time just to get these lines out of it from where it was in the hoop. And boy, I'm getting filthy. Just getting little bits of paper all over me, little bits of this board. I may want to cut a tad off the top of this. It's always one of those things where it's kind of hard to visualize, and I know this pumpkin is absolutely perfect. Like, I love it together, but you know, because it's round, the pumpkin itself, and then the edges of this mounting board are gonna be, you know, so square. I was trying to get, you know, enough of it off that you can see that it's still a pumpkin without covering so much of it up. I think I am gonna take a little bit off the top, maybe like a 1/2 inch. I don't wanna get too close to that flower. Okay, stay tuned, more to come. I am now covered in hot glue spider webs. Okay, she's mounted on the board and I'm pretty happy with the corners. I did my best to get those like nice and tight, and I think I'm happy with the size and how much space is left around the pumpkin. But I think I'm going to add a rickrack because I'm not like a super girly girl. Sometimes I say that. I don't just necessarily want to do bows on everything. And I kind of just decide that on a case-by-case basis. Oh, this orange is pretty perfect. I had a couple of bags of rickrack trim. I have Rustling Leaves from Coloring Cotton, and also this natural. I got both of these out to look at them. and try to decide what I want to do. I think the Rustling Leaves. The white is fun too though. I'm not sure how I can stage this and let you see it too. It won't matter because I'll make the final decision before I ever even post this video. Ooh, yeah, the orange. The orange it is, Rustling Leaves. Okay, so let me put this back. You guys, I have been a horrible, terrible, no good messy crafter. This is my biggest pet peeve in my life. Not my terrible messy crafting. My family leaving that pantry door open. And I swear it happens a million times a day. Okay. So I'm sure we can all have a laugh about that. I think I'm gonna start at the bottom with the seam. I've actually never attached rickrack before, but I'm just gonna attach it with the glue gun. I know, you guys, close your eyes and ears if you're not a glue gun person. I'm glue gunning. I am gonna pause it though because I don't want you guys to watch me burn my fingers. Okay, there was only a couple of minor incidences with the hot glue. It happens. I try to be careful, but I'm not always so careful. I wish I had tucked that piece in just a tad more. See if I can finagle it and push it back. I can't see it because it overlaps just a tad. Oh my gosh, I do love it though. It's so cute. I don't think I got my corners all exactly perfect. I'm gonna kind of pull around on those a little bit because this hot glue isn't dry just yet. You know how you can still finagle it a little bit for a few minutes? Oh, but I have to be careful not to undo my corners because, you know, it's glued to the corners. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I'm so happy with it. I don't really think there's any reason to do washers and magnets on this because I am never ever gonna take this off. It is like so perfect for this. So let me get the positioning just right, and we did it, an FFO. Oh my word, I could not be more happy with this. It is so stinking cute. And I am gonna tell you, from a design perspective, I didn't just center this on this pumpkin because it's not symmetrical. There's my word. It's not symmetrical, so I just kind of eyeballed it because whenever I did measure from the sides and I got it exact, it just didn't look right. So sometimes you just have to go with what looks right. Eek! I love it. I love it so much. This might be my very, very favorite like thing that I've ever cross-stitched. So pleased. It's all the things.